Welcome to another episode of the StackSat Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. Let's go! I need rounds of applause from the live studio audience. Welcome to the stream. Today, we're going to talk about more Bitcoin, more better. Let's go! Always more Bitcoin, more better. Round of applause from the live studio audience for McLovin. Thanks for tuning in, sir. Also, Garrett G in the house. We got Hard Huddle. Let's go. Roman drop Swan. Oh no! What happened with Swan? Hard Huddle. Hit us in the chat. I've been so busy this week. I haven't been keeping up. I've been missing Simply Bitcoin. I haven't been trolling through X, so I don't know what's going on with Swan. But if we have to dump him, we'll dump him. Okay? If we have to ditch him, we'll ditch him. Okay? But we'll see. Hit me up. Hard Huddle, maybe put a link in the Discord. Let me know what's going on with Swan, or if you want to put a brief explanation in the chat, I'll read through it, and then we'll kind of do it on the fly. Okay. For now, I'm still using Swan, but who knows what happens? Because if we have to change, we have to change. But for now, we're good with it. I don't know what the whole situation is yet, so that's enough about that. Carlos Jaramillo in the house, and Leonard. What up, Leonard? Good to see you in here. All right, so exciting episode today. You know, doing what we do every Monday through Friday. Stack Sats, dollar cost average, the Bitcoin cost average. What the heck does that mean? It means we're buying Bitcoin on a regular schedule. We set a regular increment of time and a regular amount of money that we're investing into Bitcoin. So you can do $10 a day, $20 a day, $20 a week, $50 a week, $100 a month. A month seems kind of long. I would go more for like a week or a weekly or a monthly. Sorry, a weekly or a daily. Okay. That way, what you're doing is you're buying Bitcoin over time, regardless of the price. You just have your schedule. When that time comes, you buy it whatever price it is, but you buy the same amount each time. Okay. And over time, your buy-in, you'll be in the positive because Bitcoin tends to trend up. So your investment will go up over time, and you just keep adding to it, right? Slow and steady. Are they making money off your hard-earned money before they? Why do they withhold your Bitcoin for days before they let your customer? I think it's because it takes a little bit of time for my bank to clear the transaction with them. That's the way I understood it. Hard Huddle, let's talk about it real quick. The way I understand that hold, and also Coinbase does this to me for like about 10 days, I think. Most exchanges will let you deposit money from your linked bank account and buy Bitcoin instantly. Okay? Because in essence, they have control of that Bitcoin and they have control of the money that's coming in from your account. And if, for example, your deposit that you made to buy that Bitcoin that you bought instantly gets rejected by your bank. In other words, it doesn't settle for like, I don't know, maybe 10 days or something, right? However long your bank decides that it's not refundable, then the exchange, for example, let's say that I bought Bitcoin on an exchange and they let me withdraw to my Bitcoin wallet right away, and then my bank says, "Oh, you know what? He doesn't have any money in his account, so he's broke," and then I already withdrew the Bitcoin. There's nothing the exchange will be able to do to claw back that Bitcoin. It's on the Bitcoin network, baby. It's mine. It's forever, right? But if they wait for final confirmation from my bank that the funds have been deposited from my bank to their bank, then it's difficult for me to scam them out of that Bitcoin. I guess that's the way I understood it, and I might be wrong. Okay, see, Hard Huddle says, I orange pilled someone. They used Swan, and I couldn't even get them to self custody, and we have to wait. That's not permissions. Yeah, you do have to wait. And I think it's because it takes a while for the payments from the bank to Swan to clear. That's the way I understood it. It's not like you said on strike where you can buy it and withdraw instantly. Yeah, you're not even what's it called? When I was on Binance, when we could use Binance in the U.S., that would take me like 7 or 10 days to clear before you could withdraw it. Same thing with Coinbase. So, see, Carlos says once I got charged 2 days after I bought. Once you got, yeah, exactly, yeah. So it's just a little wonky, but yeah, I see as far as like the ethos of it, and yeah, it should be permissionless, right? But your dollars going from your bank account to the exchange are not permissionless. They gotta make sure the government's okay with that transfer. Are they making money off my sats? I don't think they're. I don't know actually. That's a good question. Like, are they loaning out sats? Like, are they making interest on your sats while they're being held there? I don't think so. The exchanges let you withdraw instantly are taking. Yeah, exactly. Carlos is correct. The exchanges that let you withdraw instantly are taking a banking risk. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, that's good. That's a great question. And yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about that if we need to later on. But I think we kind of put a nail on that one, so that's good. All right, let's jump into the first segment of the show that we like to call Set Strength. Yeah, there's definitely a delay there on the verification, Hard Hodl, because you won't be able to verify that it's actually your Satoshis, your Bitcoin, until you withdraw it off the exchange. So yeah. Okay, today the price of Bitcoin is back up to $65,464 and some cents. Just kidding, I don't know. Today you can still buy 1,528 Satoshis for a single dollar. What the heck is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar has 100 cents, a Bitcoin has 100 million Satoshis. We call them sats here on the show for short. Most people call them sats for short, but they're referring to Satoshis. Okay? All right. Why is this important? It's important because you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin all at once. You don't have to go to the chart and say $65,000. I don't have that kind of money. Forget it. I'm going to buy some other poop coin. No. You can buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. You can buy as many sats as you have money for, right? For example, we're going to buy $20 today during the show. And we're also going to buy, I think, $98 for our 100 stacks challenge. Stay tuned to hear more about that, okay? If you have any questions about our DCA schedule or our 100 stacks challenge, we'll review that during the stack recap, okay? All right. So that is the force. That is the power of Bitcoin. That is the strength. And let's say you're walking down the street, minding your own business. You look down, you see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day you'll have good luck, I guess. And 15 Satoshis. This is just a different way of showing you that you can buy 15 Satoshis for a single penny. Okay? When we started the show back in May 2023, we're buying 39 Satoshis, sometimes even 40 Satoshis for a single penny. Oh my gosh. I wish I could go back. How do I say goodbye? I want to go back. I want to go back to May 2023 when the price of Bitcoin was 24,000, 23,000. My gosh. Anyway. All right. A month from now, you might be wishing you're back here in March 20th, 2024, being able to buy 15 Satoshis for a single penny when you're getting less than 10 Satoshis for a penny. Okay? It's just a matter of perspective. Okay? But it kind of fits in with how Bitcoin works. And since Bitcoin is programmed to be more scarce every 4 years, the longer you hold it, the more it becomes worth and the higher your purchasing power becomes as long as you're holding it. Okay? Orange pill time. Let's go. Let's jump into the Why We Stack segment. Why we stack. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we stack because we want to be able to go back in time and give ourselves a retroactive, continuously growing raise for the hours we already worked. That is why we stack. That is what happens when you save in Bitcoin. If you take 1 hour of your work that you worked today and you take that value you earned and put it in the bank, that value will be leached away from you slow and steady at a rate of about 10% a year by inflation, the real rate of inflation. But if instead of doing that, you put that same hour's worth of labor the reward for working that hours worth of labor, you put it into Bitcoin, and that Bitcoin will be worth more dollars in the future, higher, faster than the rate of inflation can steal it from you, and therefore you're basically increasing the time. Okay, you can look at it two different ways. You're either going back in time and giving yourself a raise for the hour you already worked for as long as you can hold that Bitcoin, or you're keeping the same hourly rate, and instead of working 1 hour, you go back in time and work 2 hours, even though you only work 1 hour, because the pay is going to be about the same. Okay, so it's just a different way to look at it. Okay, first one is going back in time, giving yourself a perpetual, continuous raise, retroactive raise for as long as you can hold your Bitcoin. Another one is you can multiply the amount of hours you worked in the past just by saving that value in Bitcoin and holding it in perpetuity or towards the future. Okay, now that is just for you. Okay, the real power comes from when you hand that Bitcoin off to the next generation, whether it's your kids, your descendants, an organization you put together that will continue to do the work that you want to see done in the world. When that Bitcoin lives on beyond you, it will continue to become more and more valuable. And that 1 hour of work that you worked, we'll say today, March 20th, 2024, who knows how much that 1 hour of your workday today will be worth in 20 years, right? Let's say in 50 years when you're, well, I don't want to jinx it, but let's just say to make sure 100 years. I'm pretty sure, unless we come up with some kind of awesome technology from the future, that we're all going to be gone in 100 years. It's just safe to say. Okay, 100 years, somebody that's not even born yet, down your line, is going to reap the benefits of the 1 hour of work that you saved today by stacking. And that is why we stack. And they're going to look back and say, God dang it, how did our family become rich? Well, back in the day, great grandpa Carlos, great grandpa Leonard, Grandpa Garrett, Grandpa McLovin, Grandpa Hard Huddle had the vision to understand and took the time to understand Bitcoin and stacked the bejesus out of it so that we could be prosperous today. That's freaking beautiful. It's amazing. Okay, so Bitcoin is rewarding you for it's just awesome. All right, it's just awesome. That's why we stack. That is why we stack. Moving on to the next segment of the show that we like to call Stack Recap. Because we don't only talk about stacking sats here, we do it Monday through Friday, 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard, 3:30 Eastern. Stack your grands. Carlos, that's beautiful. Carlos says stack so your grandsons can say Grandpa was a baller. Let's go. That's what it's about. Let's go. It's amazing. Like before Bitcoin, before Bitcoin, what was going to be your legacy, right? Your legacy was going to be work your butt off your whole entire life and have nothing to show for it at the end. That was going to be your legacy. That was going to be my legacy, right? With the exception of a few YouTube videos I put out about fishing. But there's no way you can save or work yourself into wealth that you can have generational wealth, unless you work really hard and it's like a couple, right? Maybe like you and your wife or you and your partner are stacking either real estate or something like that. But still, if your descendants mess up and don't pay their taxes on the property you pass them, it does not matter. It's not their property anymore. It's the government's property, and all your hard work that you built up for and that you and your significant other worked your whole life for to build for the kids for the future just gets lost. It just gets wiped off the slate and starting over. Like your descendants are still going to continue to struggle in the fiat system, in the slave system, in the system of theft that's built on lies, but not anymore, because now we're in the system of truth based on, like Hard Huddle was saying, on verification. All of the information is there, publicly available on the ledger, so you don't need to trust anybody. You can just verify it on the Bitcoin time chain, baby. All right. So currently we are stacking and we are down to 37% gains. Oh my gosh, it's going to zero. And since the beginning of the show, back in May 2023, we are up about 80%. Okay, so that's our current stack. Then we also have our 100 stacks challenge. For those of you that don't know what the 100 stacks challenge is, on TikTok there's a popular trend happening right now. It's called the 100 envelope savings challenge. Okay, you take 100 envelopes and you number them 1 through 100, right? And for the next 100 days, when you're ready to start, you put whatever number is on the envelope's worth of dollars in there. So for example, envelope 1, you would put in $1. Envelope 2, you would put in $2. Envelope 30, you would put in $30. And you can do them in any order, but the caveat is that you have to invest in your envelopes every day for 100 days. After about 3 months and 10 days, you would have saved about $5,050 in cash. What up, BTC Moon Guy in the house? Welcome. Round of applause from the live studio audience for BTC Moon Guy. Okay, once you save that $5,050, you can do whatever you want with your savings, or you can restart the challenge, right? But my thinking was, hold on a second. These people are going to save up for 3 months and 10 days in an inflationary system that's stealing from them. That's not right. So I decided to start the 100 stacks challenge, which is basically the same thing, but there's no physical envelopes. You don't have to hold actual cash. Okay. You decide to stack 100 stacks in the same way you would those envelopes, but instead of putting the cash into envelopes, you're stacking on this grid. It's a chart that I put together. You can get it by typing in !100 stacks. It's right here. I put it here so I wouldn't forget, and I still forgot to look at it. Okay, !100 stacks. Leonard, if you could type that into the chat, or somebody, please. 100 stacks gives you the template for this, so you can track your 100 days of stacking if you're going to do the challenge. Okay. All right. So we've been stacking every day, and this one you don't skip weekends. You go every single day for 100 days. Okay. So I started with the ones that are, thanks Garrett. I started with the ones that are like the higher number ones, and now we're about 6% down since we started on the 10th. Do we start on the 10th? No, we started on the 8th. Yeah, we started on the 8th. Since we started on the 8th this month, yeah. Stay stacked or get clapped. Damn. That's a good one, Hard Huddle. Stay stacked or get clapped. Jesus. Okay. So we have this is our chart, right? And today I'm going to continue to buy the highest one that's available to me, because I just sold some stuff, and I want to be able to just kind of make this challenge easier in the future by stacking the lower stacks when money gets tighter. Okay, but right now I just sold some stuff that's been sitting in my garage chilling, so I have cash right now to do the challenge. So I'm gonna do the $89 stack today for the 100 stacks challenge. And for the regular DCA of the show, we're going to do a $20 DCA because the price of Bitcoin is above our average buy price for 2024. Let's see. Yeah. The price of Bitcoin is above our average buy price for 2024. If we see 51,000, that'd be crazy. I don't think we'll see 51,000 again, but who knows? Okay. 65,000 is a price. So we're going to do, I know you're right. It keeps going up. It's gonna pull back to 65, 600. I bet in a little bit. All right, cool. So as always, as tradition here on the show, we buy the tops, baby. We always buy the tops, just to show you that it doesn't matter. The tops become the bottoms of future Bitcoin pricing. Here we go. Now that we know what we're doing, it's time. You know, it's time to stack some sats. Okay, so I know there's some controversy right now in the chat about using Swan, but yes, nothing has changed since the beginning of the show. Swan does put a hold on your funds when you purchase through them. Okay, it's normal for them. Coinbase does this too. Binance used to do it too. Oh, the penny's already down to, let's see, 14 sats. Oh, so close. We're gonna have less than 15 sats soon. Dang. Okay, so the first one's gonna be $20. $20. There it is. I'm gonna get the preview here. Boom. Get the screenshot. Boom. Boom. Okay. Let's get this. Yeah, you're right, Hard Huddle. No excuses for permissionless money, but this is not permissionless money. The issue here, is not that they're holding your Bitcoin. The issue is that you haven't paid for it yet until the bank clears your deposit, right? So, that's not an issue with Bitcoin. That's an issue with the fiat system, right? Let's just finish this buy and we'll go in depth into this question in the Q&A section, okay? I have the screenshot. Moving this down to hide my account information. There it is. All right, here it goes. $20. Going in at the local top. $20 worth of Bitcoin for the DCA stack on the StackSats show buying here Monday through Friday. 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3:30 Eastern. I'll see you over here when you guys are ready to stack some sats. Okay, send your friends over. This is a 100% beginner friendly show. I'm willing to take the time to stop and explain any part of Bitcoin to anybody that asks because it's that important to me. I think me sitting here explaining this and having a daily show about Bitcoin is doing more good for the world than me just sitting on the couch. Eating my lunch all by myself. All by myself. Excuse me. All right. So while that's going, let's get the other purchase set up for the 100 stacks challenge. Okay, I'm going to close that guy. I'm going to do another buy for $89. Let's see. Browser. There it is. $89. I'm going to get this preview for my notes. Okay, preview. Oop. There it is. Boom. Got my preview. My notes are up to date. We scroll here and get the actual purchase done. Here we go. Now we're stacking we're stacking $89 for the 100 stacks Bitcoin savings challenge. Dun dun dun. Here we go. All right. Always going. Okay. Cool. Now that we've stacked, turn on some jams. Update the spreadsheet and chill. J-Dub in the house. What up, J-Dub? Good to see you in here. We're on our 100 stacks challenge and our DCA every day, DCA every weekday. Today we stacked at $66,000. 66,082. About $20 worth. And that turned into 0.000. Oh, we're back at the 29s. 29963 Bitcoin. In other words, 29,963 Satoshis for $20 today. We're sub 30,000 again. Dang it. But I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm not going to let it get me down. Okay? It's bittersweet. Updating the spreadsheet for the cumulative tracking sheet. 29 back in the 29,693 Satoshis. And that gets us to almost 14.5 million sats for the cumulative sheet. And in 2024, that gets us to 3.7 million Satoshis in 2024. We're up 37% for this year and 80% for the lifespan of the show. It's not bad. Not bad. All right. Let's jump into the 100 days Bitcoin saving challenge. Dun dun dun. We added today we filled in the line for 89. I'm sorry, yeah, 89. So we bought $89 worth of Bitcoin, and we bought it at, well, today, 3/20/24. We bought it at $66,097. We actually put in the $89, and we got 0.001333320 Bitcoin. In other words, 133,320 Satoshis have been added to our 100 stacks challenge, and we are now at 1.6 million Satoshis. We've invested $1,144 so far, but they're worth $1,077. No, we're down 5%. What does this mean? It means nothing. It just means that our sats that our average buy price is higher than the current price of Bitcoin. But as the price of Bitcoin comes up, this will flip and we'll be back in the positive. And in 3 months and 10 days, which is how long it takes to run this whole sheet, I would expect that our final investment is going to be, it might be more than, since normally these envelopes, the ones that go from 1 through 9, are supposed to have the exact number, but we're doing tens because there's a $10 minimum on our account. Then we would have saved more than 5,050, but still, we expect by the end of the challenge the USD value to be a lot higher than what we actually put in cash. Okay, all right. But right now we're kind of in the negative. Okay, so it's not a good sign. Not a good sign. But we understand how Bitcoin works, and right now we're going through a little bit of a pullback. So that is why it's showing this way. But stay true. Stick to the challenge if you're doing it with me, and just keep choosing your lines. Okay. If anything, you want to buy the more expensive lines while Bitcoin is down, and then if we have like an all-time high, if we blow past our all-time high, then we can move over to like the cheaper lines in case we have a pullback. But anyway, I'm starting with the more expensive lines because I see the opportunity. But you do what you want. Okay. All right. Or however you feel financially, which days you can do on certain days. Because remember, we're doing every single day on these ones. We're not missing a day for 100 days. Okay. So it could be a little bit taxing. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. All right. That said, that concludes our stacking portion of the show. Now we're gonna jump into the Q&A section. Okay, let's do a little thought experiment, talking about how exchanges work. Right, there is, like Carlos was saying, a risk that the exchanges are taking if they let you withdraw your sats right away. Okay. So you can look at it two different ways. One way would be to say, hey, the deposit is working, it's on its way. Why can't I withdraw my sats? You're holding my sats unnecessarily, and you are profiting somehow by holding my sats for 10 days for my checking account to clear. Okay? That's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it would be like this. Although my although I've made the transaction to deposit money into my exchange, that money hasn't cleared yet, but I appreciate the opportunity to stack and buy Bitcoin at the price it's at now and not have to wait the 10 days for it to clear before I can actually buy the Bitcoin. Right? So that's kind of the way the second way is the way I kind of look at it, right? Like if the price of Bitcoin is like dumping, right? And I want to be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to smash buy some Bitcoin right now that I wasn't planning on smash buying, but I came up on some money and it's a good opportunity. Whatever, I'm going to shift stuff around and I'm going to deposit an extra $1,000 into my Swan account, for example, just as hypothetical, okay? And then Swan's going to go, cool, we got your deposit for $1,000. We'll let you go ahead and use it once it clears in 10 days, right? And then in those 10 days, the price of Bitcoin is going to go back up, right? And now I'm kind of screwed out of that gain because I didn't have the opportunity to buy right when it was low, right? So, for me that trade-off is okay, and to me that trade-off is not a trade-off in the sense that it's Bitcoin. It's not a compromise of the Bitcoin network. It's not a compromise of the permissionless system, right? It's a fault of the fiat system that requires that a bank could claw back that money from the exchange if it doesn't clear, right? So that's why. So those are the two different perspectives, right? And I hope that helps ease the pain a little bit. But yeah, ultimately what would be fantastic and the best for a consumer that doesn't overdraft his bank account would be to instantly be able to buy it and withdraw it, right? Even on, for example, Hard Hodl, let's talk about this other. Oh man, I'm spacing on what it's called. I think it's on my phone. But Simply Bitcoin did a thing where they were promoting an exchange, and I'm looking it up now so I can tell you what it's called. Okay, but that exchange's model is, what the hell? What is it? Oh, it's a website. Anyway, their model is. You know what? Give me a sec. I'm gonna look it up and I'll find it so we can be talking about so we can be speaking accurately about this site. Okay, it's called. Let's see, not that one, not that one. I think it's this one. Nope, not that one. Bitcoin Well. Okay, there's an exchange called Bitcoin Well. They service most of the United States now. They're a Canadian company. They encourage you to self custody, so they won't even host it for you. When you buy it, you have to have a wallet set up ahead of time because when you buy it, it instantly goes out to your cold storage. Okay. But for that company, I signed up and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Instant withdrawal. It's not even instant withdrawal. It's instant transfer to your cold storage, right? So they won't even hold it for you for like a split second. But in order to buy, you have to deposit, wait the waiting period for the money to clear, and then you can buy and instantly withdraw. See, so I get it. But what it comes down to is, do you want to wait the bank clearing your funds before you get your sats, before you get your purchase order filled, or you want to do it after, right? Swan has a low fee since they are being fiscally responsible. I would do the same if I ran an exchange. We will get so we still get the gain loss the second we buy it. Yeah, exactly. You still get this. You still get the gains or the losses the second you buy the Bitcoin. Okay, cool. All right. We beat that horse down. we beat that horse down enough. Okay. On other news, guys, This is gonna seem totally random, but somehow, I guess it's because I watch jujitsu videos, right? It's jujitsu, it's martial arts. I watch other kind of videos too sometimes, like martial arts videos. And I've been watching some like Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul content. By the way, Team Mike, let's go. Oh, look, Bitcoin's pumping 66,000, baby. $66,368. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. And so since I've been watching the martial arts stuff, I guess, randomly through my feed, I got like a video about like sumo, right? And I guess March, they just had the Grand Sumo tournament in Japan. And dude, it's cool. Like the way they do the commentary, it's in English. And the matches are fast. You know, it's just like two big dudes trying to like knock each other out of the ring or knock each other to the floor. But there's definitely technique there, right? I think part of my appreciation for it is like, it's like quick, right? So it's like with the kids, I watch it with the kids and be like, all right, who do you got? This guy or that guy? And then we just kind of like, you know, it happens like in a matter of minutes. I mean, not even minutes, like in seconds. A match will be over in seconds, but we'll have it on in the background and we'll watch it and we'll just like be messing around and I'll be like, hey, all right, so which guy do you want, that one or that one? And one of my sons will pick one guy, and then if my other son happens to be in the room, he'll pick the other guy, and then we just kind of like, we don't even bet, but we just pick our guy that's gonna win, right? And it's cool. Also, like some of the moves they do are like moves that I recognize from jiu-jitsu, right? Where everybody's trying to get an underhook, so you can throw the guy, sweep the guy, slap the guy down the floor before he. So it's like I see the techniques. I see the techniques, the off balancing, the throat slaps, the headbutts. When they crash into each other, it's amazing. They sometimes they go straight into each other and knock heads into each other. It's like wild. And yeah. Anyway, sumo. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Right? I'm starting to appreciate sumo. So these tournaments, the Grand Sumo tournament that happened here in March, I think they run for like 19 days or 18 days. And I watched day 1, and then I was like, that's cool. And then it suggests day 2. I was like, all right, that's cool. I'll watch the next one. And then it suggests day 3, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I think I'm on day 6 right now, but I do intend on finishing watching all of the Grand Sumo tournament 2024. March 2024 tournament. And I'm telling you guys, it's cool. It's cool. Anyway, how was your weekend? How was your weekend? Cool. That's all I got for you guys today. So, with that said, we've stacked today. We're halfway to the work week. Exactly halfway to the work week. Actually, more than halfway done now. 2 more days, and then the weekend. But all that doesn't matter as long as you're stacking. Soon enough, you won't have to go to work and you'll forget what day of the week it is because you'll be way better off. Right? It's amazing. All right. If you have any questions down the road, hit me up. Check out our Discord server if you're not on our Discord server already. If you need help with setting up your cold storage, getting set up to purchase Bitcoin for the first time, hit me up through Discord. I can walk you through it. We could do a call. And all of that right now is free of charge. I'm not charging anything because I want to help you guys out. Down the road, as Bitcoin gets more popular and more people start to watch the show, if people want help, I will have to start charging. But for now, the crowd is small. The audience is small. But you guys are awesome. So if you guys need help, let me know. If you need help orange pilling a relative, right? Let me know that they're going to be watching, and I'll address them by name and make relevant points for them, so that they can feel like I'm talking directly at them, because I would be. Okay, that's like what we did with J-Dub and his sister. Let's go, J-Dub. All right, boys. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I will see you guys tomorrow. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking.